All right, Brandon, do the entire pre-trip start to finish.
All right, we're going to perform a safe start. Make sure my brakes are applied. Truck is in neutral. Make sure my ABS light on my dash and my trailer both come on and go off. And they did. And we'll start the truck. Push in the brakes. We're going to build air pressure to governor cutoff between 120 and 140 psi on your air pressure gauge. Reached governor cutoff between 120 and 140 psi. So we're going to turn the truck off. Make sure these are pushed in. Turn the key back on. And we'll click the HSA button. So now I'm going to press and hold my service brake pedal to ensure that I do not lose more than 4 psi in 1 minute. Will you time me when I ask?
I will.
Would you please start the timer?
Time starts. One minute is up.
But we did not lose more than 4 psi in 1 minute. Now I'm going to pump my service brake pedal until my warning light and buzzer come on at or above 55 psi. My warning light and my buzzer both came on at or above 55 psi. I'm going to continue to pump my brake pedal until both my red and yellow valves pop out between 45 and 20 psi. Both my red and yellow valves popped out between 45 and 20 psi. So we're going to perform another safe start. We're going to build air pressure to 100 psi. We're also going to remove the chocks by turning the wheel all the way to the left. All the way to the right. We're going to get out and remove the chocks. Build air pressure to 100 psi at least. reached 100 psi. So now I'm going to tug on my trailer brakes to ensure that they hold. My trailer brakes held. Now I'm going to tug on my tractor brakes to ensure that they hold. Tractor brakes held. I'm going to accelerate to 5 miles per hour, press my service brake, come to a complete stop and ensure my truck does not pull to the left or to the right. And my truck did not pull to the left or to the right. My fire extinguisher is properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, not leaking, and it's fully charged. My 3 red reflective triangles are under my bunk. My spare fuses are in the glove box. Both my defroster and my blower work. My city horn, my highway horn, my mirrors and my windshield are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, and my mirrors are set to me. My windshield wipers are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. The rubber's not dry rot, they work, and the fluid comes out. Now we're going to check the indicators on my dash. My left turn signal indicator, my right turn signal indicator, my high beam indicator, and my 4-way flasher indicators all work, and my depth gauge works. That completes the in-cabin air brake portion of the...
Why are you saying that?
I've always said that at the end of it.
If you ended now, that's it.
Just the in-cabin air brake?
You continue on.
Okay.
It's all together. Once you say you're done, you're done. So if you say it's done right now, that's it. They would just grade it right there.
Okay.
So continue on. Don't add stuff to this.
Okay, fair enough. Well, we're going to check my lights. Too soon. So we're going to check my lights, reflectors, and reflective tape to ensure that they're not cracked, bent, or broken. They're clean, they're on, and I have the proper color of amber to the front and the sides, and reds to the rear. Headlight, reflector, marker light. I have 5 clearance lights up top. Marker light, clearance light, reflective tape down the side of the trailer, reflective tape on my mud flaps, my tail lights, reflectors, marker light, ABS light, marker light. I have 3 red clearance lights at the top, reflective tape on the doors of the trailer, left and right tail lights, reflective tape at the bumper of the trailer. I have a marker light, reflective tape down the side of the trailer. Marker light. Reflective tape on my mud flaps. My 2 tail lights, the reflectors. Clearance light. Marker light. Reflector. Marker light. Headlight. Now we're going to check my 5x5, which is going to be my left turn signal, my right turn signal, my high beams, my 4-way flashers, and my brake lights. We're going to check for those at both sides of the both sides, on the front and the rear of both the tractor and the trailer. Will you help me?
I will. Works.
Right turn signal.
Works. High beams work. And four-way flashers. Works. Left turn signal works. Right turn signal works. Brake lights work. Four-way flashers works.
Alright, so we're going to come to the front of the truck. We're going to check under the truck for any puddles or sign of leaking. I don't see any. And my truck is not leaning to the left or to the right.
I'm gonna turn this key on because the APU is running. That way it's not gonna be loud.
Alright, so come over here. On my passenger side, general hoses, properly mounted and secured at both ends, not cracked, bent, or broken, not leaking. Of my driver's side, general hoses and wires, properly mounted and secured at both ends, not cracked, bent, or broken, not leaking. My coolant reservoir is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, filled to the fill line, not leaking. My power steering fluid reservoir and hoses, properly mounted and secured at both ends, not cracked, bent, or broken, not leaking, filled to the fill line. My dipstick is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, filled to the fill line, checked with the dipstick. Steering gearbox, properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, not leaking. My 3-piece steering linkage, properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, no missing castle nuts or cotter pans. My shock absorber, properly mounted and secured at both ends, not cracked, bent, or broken, not leaking. My spring hangers, both front and rear, are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. My leaf spring is properly mounted and secured at both ends, not cracked, bent, or broken, none have shifted. My brake line is properly mounted and secured at both ends, not cracked, bent, or broken, not leaking. My brake drum and my brake lining are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, free of oil, grease, and debris. My tire has no abrasions, bulges, or cuts to the tread or the sidewall of the tire. Excuse me. The tread depth is at least 4/32 of an inch, checked with the tread depth gauge, and is filled to the manufacturer's specifications, checked using the air gauge. My rim, properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. There's no illegal holes or welds, and none of the holes are out of rim. My lug nuts are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. None are missing. There's no white powder residue or shiny studs, and there's no cracks around the bolt holes. My mirror and my mirror mount are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, and my mirror is clean. Batteries and battery box, properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. My connections are tight and not worn. There's no corrosion, and my battery box is latched. My def tank and my fuel tank, properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. No leaks from the tank lines or caps, and my caps are on tight. My tractor frame and cross members are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. There's no illegal holes or welds, and we're not missing any cross members. My electrical line is properly mounted and secured at both ends, not cracked, bent, or broken, no exposed wires. My air lines are properly mounted and secured at both ends, not cracked, bent, or broken, not leaking. My glad hands are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, they're not leaking, and the rubber seals are in good condition. We'll come under here to my apron and my skid plate are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. There's no gap, and the skid plate is properly lubed. My fifth wheel air line is properly mounted and secured at both ends, not cracked, bent, or broken, and it's not leaking. My release arm and safety latch are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, in the fully locked position. My sliding fifth wheel and locking pins are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken, the locking pins in the fully locked position. My platform and my mounting bolts are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. We have no missing mounting bolts. We'll come under here. My kingpin and my locking jaw are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. The locking jaw is wrapped fully around the kingpin. My trailer frame, cross members, and trailer floor are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. There's no illegal holes or welds, no missing cross members, and no holes in my trailer floor. There's plenty of clearance between my mud flaps and my landing gear to make a safe turn. My landing gear and crank handle properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. The landing gear is in the fully raised position. Crank handle is secure. My frame and tandem release properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. My locking pins and my handle are in the fully locked position.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.